All right, guys, for today's app, you're going to start making a Pong game. So if you know what Pong is, it's like a ball moves around the screen and you have something that you drag with your finger to stop it from hitting the bottom edge. The first thing we need to do is find 2 images that we can use for our Pong game. Both of my daughters played softball and my son played hockey, so I think I'm going to go with a hockey game. So I'm going to look for a hockey puck. I find one I like, I hold my finger down to save it to my camera roll, or in my case, if it won't save, I go to images. I'm going to save it to my photos. And then I need, he's a defender, so I'm going to do a hockey stick. I need one that looks like it's going to hit something. Actually, I kind of like this one because it looks like he's trying to block it by going down in front of the goalie. So I'm going to save that to photos. Because it has a white background, an image sprite is going to be that size. So I need to get rid of the white background. So I'll remove BG. I'm going to upload from my photo library. I need to erase it from my puck. Download that one. And then I'm going to hit remove BG again and do it to my hockey stick as well. Download that one. So I've got my puck and my stick ready to go. If you need a few minutes to go find yours, pause the video, come back when you have your puck and your stick ready to go. Then we're going to hop into App Inventor and we're going to start a new project. My new project is going to be called Pong. I'm going to make this my dream team one, so even if you're a trailblazer, it's going to be named Pong. Hit OK. And it gives me my new screen. Now I start off with phone size and a portrait arrangement. And I'm going to leave it on portrait, but I am going to change it to tablet. Now, your job today, by the end of class, is going to be to make sure that your designer view is done, which is this screen. You're going to want to build it exactly the same way I do, with sizes and all, because we're going to do this whole game pretty much together. So the first thing I need to put in is a horizontal arrangement. So I'm going to go to Layout, Horizontal Arrangement. This one is going to have a height of 10, and it's going to have a width of 90. Now, if you're trying to watch this and flip back and forth between App Inventor and the video, you'll be able to make the video be a small picture-in-picture down here. I can't show that in this video, but if you don't know how, come see one of us so that you can have App Inventor on your big screen and then the little picture-in-picture of this video down here. Okay, inside this horizontal arrangement, we need 2 labels. And the first label is going to be our score, and our second label is going to be our timer. For now, I don't really need to do much with them. I just need to make sure that they are in there. Then I need another horizontal arrangement. This horizontal arrangement is going to have our buttons that tell our game when to start and when to reset. Again, I'm going 10% on the height. I'm going 90% on the width. Now I'm going to add 2 buttons. Button 1, button 2. And then I'm also going to add a way that I can have sound turn on and off, and that's with a checkbox. That's the second one down under button, and I'm going to throw that into the side. With all these things on there, I want to make sure I label them. So label 1, I'm changing to be score. Label 2, I'm changing to be timer. Button 1, I'm changing to be start. Button 2, I'm changing to be reset. And text box for checkbox 1, I'm going to change to be sound. Actually, sound on with a question mark. Now, these only changed in my code. They haven't changed on the screen yet. You can change those whenever you're ready. I'm not going to take the time to do that during the video. Next thing I need on here is a canvas. So over here, down in drawing and animation, grab a canvas, drop it on the screen. My canvas size, can't stay automatic, It's gonna be a height of 75 because I've already used 20% on my two horizontals up here. And then my width, I'm also gonna go with 90. So I see I have my canvas on here. I've got a horizontal and a horizontal. Now, we want to make this canvas have a background so that we can see where our edges are when our game is trying to play. Mine's a hockey rink, so I could go find an image of a hockey rink and make that the background of my canvas. Or since an ice rink is white, I can just tell my background to be white. That doesn't really help for you guys being able to watch this video. So for now, I'm gonna pretend that my ice rink is gray. That shows me where my canvas is. I can see my bottom green line to make sure that my image sprites that I'm gonna add can't go off the bottom of the screen. Last thing I need to add to this, still under drawing and animation, is 2 image sprites as my App Inventor crashes on me. 1 second for it to start back up. Okay, so back in here, I'm gonna go back to drawing and animation. I'm gonna pull out 2 image sprites and I'm just gonna drop them on my screen. They have to be dropped on the canvas. If they don't show up underneath the canvas, they're not gonna show up anywhere. My first image sprite is gonna be named Puck. My second image sprite is going to be named Stick. Now I can upload my file. You guys have done this before. You did it lots of times with the coloring book, so I can't use my photo library for this. These are the 2 pictures I originally downloaded that have the white backgrounds. So instead, I'm gonna go to Choose File, go to Recents. There's the puck with the removed background. Choose File again. There's my, oh, I just picked my puck again. Hold on. There's my stick with the removed background. So I get them both on there. Now that they're over here, I'm gonna choose Puck. And I'm gonna change the picture. I see it show up. That green box that goes around the puck, even though it's not technically on the puck itself, that still means that all that space is going to register as a touch, even if it doesn't actually make it there. If your green box that goes around your image sprite is too large, the only way to fix that is to crop the picture. The easiest way I have found to do that is in Photopea. Your call, you can try to do it in your camera roll. But remember, it's a file now, it's not a picture. So you'll have to do it that way. If you need help with that, just talk to one of us. And my puck is way too big. So under height and width, I'm gonna try 10 pixels. And it disappeared completely, which means it is way too small. So instead, I'll go 60 pixels. I'm gonna put my width at 60 pixels. Drag it back onto my screen. I think I'm okay for now. I might want to try it on my tablet, but get your version of the puck to whatever size you think is manageable for it to move around your screen and not interfere with other things. For my stick, see, my puck was image 74, so my stick is image 75. That bounding box, the green box, is definitely too big for what I need to use it for. So I'm gonna open Photopea. I'm going to say I want a new project. I'll call it Stick. I'm going to do Open in Place. Bring in my hockey stick. And then I'm going to choose Crop. I'm going to bring it in nice and tight around my stick. And then I'm going to click Delete Cropped Pixels. Hit my check mark. Now my stick is on there. It's nice and small. I don't want this background on here because that makes it white. So I'm going to delete the background layer. File. Export as PNG. If you pick anything other than PNG, it's going to give you a white background. Now my stick is going into my downloads file. I'm going to delete this one, upload my new one, choose File, Recents, Stick, okay. Reattach it here. Now my stick's on there. I want my stick to be kind of near the bottom of the screen. And it's way too long right now, so I'm going to change my height and width again. So my height maybe can be 60 pixels, but my width, I'm going to put it at 60 and see what it does. It looks really small compared to the puck, so I'm probably going to make the puck a little smaller. You need to play with your height and width to get the sizes where you think they work for your game. It should not be that your stick is big enough that it blocks the whole bottom of the screen at the same time. Because what's going to happen is we're going to code this puck to bounce around the screen, and you're going to move your stick with your finger back and forth across the bottom line so that you try to stop the puck from hitting the bottom edge. That's going to be the point of the game. Now that you have all your stuff in there, you need to go through and start changing all the properties of your stuff to make sure that it looks like a cohesive game. So this shouldn't say text for label 1 or 2. Shouldn't say text for button 1 or 2. The button should be the same shape. Nothing should be the default. So your job by the end of class, have your screen laid out like mine, have your 2 sprites on there and uploaded without huge green bounding boxes, and set all your labels. If you want a picture for your canvas, you can. Like I will probably look for a hockey rink this one looks pretty good, so I'm going to hold my finger on it, save to photos, go back to App Inventor, choose my canvas, background image. I'm going to upload a new photo. I did put it in my library. There's my rink. Now, I might mess with it to try to get it to go vertical instead of horizontal. I'm not worried about it right now, though. Get your screen to where you are playable.